Hi, my name is Lacey Green, and I'm part of the Bushnell University MBA cohort, and this is a branding strategy presentation for Business 530 Marketing Strategy in the summer of 2022. Today I'm going to be discussing LEGO, a company that's built a strong brand name for itself globally over the last 90 years, as well as provide some recommendations for how to improve their branding and targeting strategies moving forward. This is a brief history overview of the LEGO company. If you'd like to look at a more extensive timeline, you can visit the source linked below. In 1936, Ole Kurt Christensen was a Danish carpenter that established the LEGO brand as part of his toy company. LEGO, meaning play well in Danish, was also coincidentally and unknowingly to Christensen, meaning I put together in Latin. In 1956, LEGO entered the German market. This was significant as it was its first international venture and expanded the geographic representation and delivery for the company. In 1968, the first LEGO Land was opened in Denmark, expanding the channel delivery to consumers and creating a more in-person and personalized experience to be able to engage with the brand. In 1969 and 1967, LEGO released two new lines to their toys, the first being Duplo, which was a larger brick created to include younger children, and the Technic bricks that were created to provide a more challenging experience for older children who were looking for a more engineering engagement activity. Both of these were significant because they expanded the target age groups for the brand. In 2000, the LEGO brick was elected the Toy of the Century, and LEGO opened a factory in the Czech Republic, which expanded its international supply chain. In 2002, the first LEGO brand retail store opened in Germany, diversifying its delivery channels. And in 2018, LEGO stepped into the world of sustainability by beginning to engineer its first LEGO bricks made with sustainable materials. LEGO is one of the most iconic brands and logos across the world, but especially in the United States and among younger generations. There are very few people in the world that would admit to not having heard of this classic toy. A few words that come to mind when one thinks of the LEGO brand are iconic, creativity, fun, colorful, bricks, and even painful. The brand is so popular and well-known, in fact, that it has been the inspiration of slogans and likenesses galore. If you were born in the 20th century, you've likely heard and experienced the pain of stepping on a Lego. Ladies and gentlemen, the most painful Lego brick. LEGO has 4 promises that it makes to its consumers. First, the people promise. And this is meant to convey LEGO's commitment to upholding human rights and ensuring safe, healthy, and respectful workplaces for their employees. The play promise, understanding that play is critical to every child's development, and it's a way for them to learn to solve problems, to be creative, and to become resilient. The planet promise, and that's LEGO's commitment to minimizing their environmental impact of their operations and aim for zero environmental impact on the planet. And the partner promise. LEGO is dedicated to building partnerships with its customers, suppliers, and IP partners based on mutual value creation. This is the LEGO brand framework. They have a belief, a mission, a vision, an idea, values, promises, and spirit. But it has to ask the question, does this seem complex, convoluted? There are definitely themes here, including play, fun, and learning. But what are the 7 different statements? From a consumer perspective, this would be a lot to read on the LEGO website. Perhaps a more distilled, simplified framework would help consumers connect and understand the mission of the company without all of the extra bells and whistles. These are the LEGO brand values, including imagination, fun, caring, creativity, learning, and quality. All of these words are words that are associated with LEGO's from consumers, which demonstrates LEGO's strong ability to connect its mission with consumer perspective. In 2000, the LEGO brick received the Distinguished Award for Toy of the Century, validating the fondness and longevity of the product across demographics. It was also inducted into the U.S. National Toy Hall of Fame in 1998. For market segmentation, LEGO has a strong global presence. There are currently 5 manufacturing facilities across the world with plans to open another permanent facility in the United States by 2025. LEGO focuses its demographic targeting on all ages, but it's primarily geared toward young adolescents. There's very little global restriction on demographics, with the exception of extremely remote areas and poverty-stricken regions. And due to its price point, the target demographic is usually mid to higher income brackets. For psychographic segmentation, it includes parents with childhood experience and have a nostalgia for Legos and that want to provide an enriching creative activity for their children. It's also inclusive of young adults interested in creating new ideas and being innovative, and adults that also value that same innovation and engineering and being challenged. Behaviorally, purchasing behaviors are driven by disposable income, which is closely linked to demographic segmentation, and the usage rates tend to be higher among parents and adults that have had that personal experience with Legos and want the same for their children. LEGO has strong customer inclusion, which also helps them connect and engage with their customer, making them feel included in the process and part of something bigger. One of those is the LEGO Ideas. And LEGO Ideas is a website that allows users to submit ideas for LEGO products to be turned into potential sets that are available commercially. It also launched an Everyone is Awesome campaign, and this campaign is really geared towards celebrating positivity and encouraging kindness in families, communities, and across the world. This campaign was also geared toward helping others find out how inclusivity can help to inspire the builders of tomorrow. LEGO's positioning is really a toy for all ages with varying levels of technical ability, all geared toward learning and creativity. LEGO stepped into the sustainability world just a few years ago when they started making their LEGO accessories from plant-based polyethylene. Some LEGO strengths include a high customer perceived value, a loyal generational following, inclusivity across age groups and technical abilities, global manufacturing facilities helping to manage demand, diversification of retail channels, including online and storefronts, diversification of engagement opportunities, including in-person, movies, video games, amusement parks, online presence, LEGO Ideas, contests, and licensing, and sustainability practices that appeal to more eco-conscious consumers. Areas for improvement include digital channels. As a toy retailer, companies such as LEGO's are having a difficult time staying relevant in competition with technology. Younger and younger consumers are becoming more enthralled with smartphone technology and less interested in tactile activities like building with Legos. Complex brand framework, this was discussed earlier. Simplification of that would help the company connect with consumers and cause less confusion about the LEGO mission. Expansion of manufacturing facilities to Latin America and Australia can help target the populations in those regions that are farther removed from the current manufacturing facilities. Due to the expensive price point of LEGO, it would be beneficial to evaluate alternative LEGO product bundling options to be inclusive of lower income demographics, and to continue pursuit of sustainable business practices, including a reduction in the carbon footprint of manufacturing facilities.